Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And where we are is we're actually in Glencairn Estate, which is in Belfast. And I want to show you the lovely view here, because you get a lovely view here over Belfast. And you can also see the two cranes there at Harland and Wolff, the two yellow cranes there. And so you certainly get a good view from up here. And of course we're right at the top here of Glencairn Estate. And the reason why, of course, I'm videoing here is because whenever I preach somewhere for a first time, I like to record it. And so I'm going to be preaching here at the Belfast City Mission. And I'll show you the wee sign in a moment. And I'm going to be preaching here on Sunday the 18th of June, which is this Sunday 2023, this weekend. And the meeting starts at 7 p.m. So if you're around the area, around the district, it would be great to see you here. And so as you can see, it says Belfast City Mission, and it's Glencairn. And so you'd be more than welcome to attend. Now the address is, it's Top Forth River Road, Glencairn, Belfast, and the postcode is BT133US. And this hall itself will actually be celebrating its 50th anniversary very shortly this year. And there's a gentleman in here who's the missionary here, and this is Mr. George Lunn. Hello, George.
Hello there.
How you doing?
You all right?
So, George, can you tell us a wee bit about the history here of the hall?
Way back in 1973, Glencairn Presbyterian Church asked Belfast City Mission, would they not put a missionary in Glencairn? They did put a missionary in. We worked out of 2 porta cabins back then. In 1973, we started work here, and they put 2 porta cabins.
Yes.
Well, as you notice today, porta cabins are gone. We're in their 50th year, and the Lord provided this building for us. If we look up here, this new building was opened up in the year 18th of November 2000. So we're in our 23rd year here, and it was opened by Mr. Desmond Shaw. Desmond was BA, FCA. Desmond was an accountant, like
the president?
Yeah, like that. And I tell you, and he passed away just a few years ago.
Yes.
He was a tremendous superintendent. And today we've got another tremendous man in Evan Rice, who is our superintendent as well.
Yes. And so what sort of work do you have here?
Well, it's where we do with Sunday school, and we're fully up and running. Sunday school will be on the Sunday afternoon. Our numbers, we're hoping they'll come up again, because outside there, between kids going to football, going to dancing, going shopping,
yes,
we're really hoping the Sunday school numbers will come up. And then we also have on a Tuesday, we have what's called Girls for Christ, an organisation we started. And we have the young ones coming in the afternoon, and the older ones coming in at night time. And this wee organisation, is their numbers are starting to build up again.
Yes.
Also, we have for youth on a Thursday night, Boys for Christ. And these numbers also are going up. And
you also have, I believe, a bowling night as well.
Well, the bowling night is really just started. We always had a bowling during the day when we had men before Cove.
Yes.
We haven't got round to bringing that back yet. But with a number of ladies very interested, playing bowls, and we're glad their numbers also are increasing at the moment. And
you mentioned there, George, the 50th anniversary. So what's the plans for that 50th anniversary then?
The 50th anniversary, we will have a full week of meetings with all city missionaries speaking at the anniversary. It's men who've worked alongside me, men who are maybe there before I was here, but these are the men who will take a meeting, one each night.
Yes. And just getting to you then, George, how long have you actually been in the City Mission altogether?
I'm in my 37th year in the work of Belfast City Mission. I knew my calling in 1986, and I ended up here in this Glencairn estate. And as one man said to me, I'm an elder in Rathcoole Presbyterian, but one man said to me, the Lord makes no mistakes. And he hasn't made any mistakes. The most important thing, he gave me a good encouragement, and he says to me, now get among the people, be with the people, be alongside them, help them, encourage them, do what you can for them, and you'll soon find you become a household name.
Now, George, I have to mention this. You'll probably be a wee bit embarrassed me mentioning this, but I have to mention it because it involves your work. And you got an OBE for your work here in Glencairn.
I got a BEM.
Oh, a BEM was it? Sorry.
Aye.
Yes. So, what does that entail then, George?
Well, as I say, let me just go back just a wee bit there. We also have, our gospel meetings Sunday night, and we're Bible and prayer and Bible study on a Wednesday night.
Yes.
And you're asking a question there?
I was asking the question about the award that you got. What was it again?
The award, it's a British Empire medal.
Yes.
It's for practical working with other people.
Fantastic.
Practical working in Glencairn Estate. When I came to Glencairn Estate, I'm always a practical man in my life anyway.
Yes.
But I noticed here when I came in the month of November, and I noticed in the month of December, we had a big outreach with toys and hampers and all this for people.
Yes.
And we've been at it, and we've been at it in a big way. And even over COVID years here, we've ended up a lot of hampers and things for the people. We cover a lot of wee homes and families where we feel there's a bit of need and a bit of help needed here.
Yes.
And also, over the years, we used to get people furniture, beds, wardrobes, maybe washing machines, you name that, and then it's sweet, everything, absolutely.
Yes.
And we've been doing this for years. And the people see in Glencairn Estate, we may be people who are bringing God's word to them, but we're also people who are out to help them and encourage them.
Yes. And I believe, George, that you have a nickname. And the nickname is The Undertaker. Why do they call you The Undertaker?
Well, they call me The Undertaker because we're living in days where many people have fallen away from church. When a loved one passes on, they're looking for a minister, or they're looking for a missionary, they're looking for a pastor. And within in the district, because I'm here so long, 9 times out of 10 I was saying, we'll go and see wee George and see what he can do for us. And that's just the way that life is. I get more than my fair share of funerals.
Yes.
But the people who call me are people who know me. And again, they don't have to know me.
Yes.
They just need to be people who need a help at that time. And I believe it's an important time. So we come with our compassion, our concern and our love.
Yes.
And we help them as best we can.
So it's very important to meet people's spiritual need, but what you're also saying, it's important to meet their practical need as well.
Exactly.
Very good. And just one more thing now, George, before we finish this interview. I believe you have someone right beside you who has been a tremendous help over the years in your ministry here. And what's her name?
That's Cassie.
Cassie, and she's your wife.
That's my wife, and we have 5 children, 3 boys, 2 girls. They're all married. We're now 25 grandchildren.
My goodness, George.
And a few other ones. Hold on, I'm going to go back in that one there. No, I'm going too hard on those grandchildren.
It must cost you a fortune at Christmas.
I'll say, when we come together, it's enough to say there's 25 of us come together.
I wouldn't like to be cooking for you all, George.
It is. And Cassie, let me say about Cassie.
Yes.
Cassie, from the day in hour, I told her I felt God was calling me to Belfast City Mission. Cassie's always been there.
Brilliant.
Doing a lot of work behind the scenes and getting on with work during the week as well. She's been a tremendous help, but lost without her.
And that reminds me of the old saying, George, I'm sure you've heard it yourself. Behind every good man,
there's a good woman.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do, George, is I'm going to end this wee video here. And this will be part 1. And then what we're going to do in the next wee video, I'm going to get you to show us a wee look around the place, just to see what the facilities are. Okay. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks for watching. And again, if you enjoy the channel, then please like and subscribe. God bless.